Alt. Break off the end of any random key in your possession and use it as a proof as to why you're late for any obligation, work, social, family, by telling them my stupid key broke off in my door, had to call a locksmith/landlord. Damn it, Jeff, this is the third time you broke your key this week. And it's the same key. The fuck, Jeff? Apparently supergluing the key back together didn't work. Carrot, this comment right here is something I would try. Supposedly you can do this link. msn.com/ngb/video/viral/Chinese woman shows ingenious way she removes broken key from a lock using glue/VBBXJFH1 to get the broken key portion back out of the lock. But of course it's not going to hold the key together. Very nice to see an unethical tip that isn't illegal. Not easy, is it? I only post tips that are legal. Not sure if that's aimed at me or the sub in general. Sub in general, you are doing great. That comment would have been utterly hilarious were it personal. Though, I suggest we all start picking on you/Nick. If you need to leave work early, tell them you pooped your pants. If you're late to work, tell them you pooped your pants. Literally telling anyone you pooped your pants gets you out of most consequences and doesn't allow for any additional follow-up questions. Make sure you rip a decent fart right before you try to leave early so they catch a whiff and beg you to leave. This could backfire, no pun intended, badly. At that point you're not even lying then. Only casualty, hopefully not your favorite underwear. If you never wear underwear, you don't have to worry about ruining your favorite pair. This is not good at all. You are getting too worried about the details. Someone with a legit issue needing a locksmith will not bring a broken key as proof. They'll just say my key broke and I had to call a locksmith. The more detailed you get, the more suspicions you arise. People telling the truth and being truthful don't bring evidence of their truth telling. People who lie do. Me, sorry and late. My damn key broke off in the lock and had to call a locksmith. Boss, prove it. Me, show boss my keychain. Boss, no. The receipt for the locksmith. Me, who off? It wouldn't be reasonable to expect you to bring the receipt with you either. If they ask for a receipt, it's at home, you'll bring it tomorrow. By tomorrow they'll have forgotten, or you'll have forgotten to bring it. A key breaking is also too specific and rare of thing to be an excuse that wouldn't get some form of scrutiny. Keeping it simple and normal is always the easiest solution. Just say, I had car troubles. If asked what kind, then offer you needed a jump. Must have left my lights on. Easy and no paper trail and no one can confirm or deny it. Flat tire, that's out. If someone goes in the parking lot and doesn't see a donut/spare on your car, then bullshit meters go off. Or you can forge a receipt pretty easily. They're probably not going to call the locksmith to confirm a transaction. If they did, that's just bordering on full crazy, and I wouldn't want to work for a boss with that level of distrust, regardless if it is justified or not. No. Keep it simple. Limit the lies. Yeah, forging the receipt is simple until your boss coincidentally has the same locksmith. And if you are just going to do a Photoshop scan of an old receipt, you are still opening yourself up to getting caught in a lie. When people get caught, it is because they put too much effort in trying to cover it up. Am locksmith. Won't excuse me. Who are you and how did you get in here? He's the locksmith. I think that answers both your questions. For those unaware. Link. youtube.com/watch v=PRVA7Z8PVWC. I just referenced something I've never seen before. Man, if someone brings a prop to their story session about why they late, I somehow feel like I would trust it less. I wouldn't show it as proof, but I would absolutely use it to start off a bitch fest. JFC Karen. You'll never guess the bullshit I had to deal with this morning. Here's a hint. Shows key. Bold of you to assume work will give a shit why you were late. Yeah. Excuse or not, it's one of our points gone. In the same category, if you cross a bridge on your commute and it is ever open, causing you delay, be sure to make some pictures for another time when you need an excuse. If possible, keep some saved with different weather backgrounds so you can show an appropriate one. Absolutely not. This means you must also verify no one else in your office took the same route at the same time. Your car needed a jump. You must have left your lights on. Simple. Believable. No loose ends. No paper trail. Told my fiance that my car needed a jump for why she was running late the other day. She was about to give this long story to her boss about how she had to call AAA. And I said no paper trail. No long story. Just say you needed a jump. If they ask more questions, say I turned around on my way to work to give you a jump. That buys you 30 minutes easy. Apostrophe. It works for 15 minutes. And it works for 5 hours late too. Your neighbor gave you a jump versus you had wait for AAA. AAA has a paper trail, doesn't it? I know it's unlikely an employer would ask about it, but it's there. I think you could have gotten here way faster if you didn't try to open a car with a door key. This only works if you are more than 2, maybe 1 hours later. Yeah, all these get out of work ideas are great, but they're really only good ones. If you deflated your tire and took a pic last month, came in with a broken key today, and plan to take a pic during peak traffic, and say it's where you are a week from now, nobody is gonna buy your clever ideas anymore. Besides, bringing in evidence of your excuse kinda begs the question, why does he feel like he has to show me proof? Rub your hands on the inside and outside of your tire when you come in late to a meeting. Immediately excuse yourself to use the restroom to wash your hands. Explain you had a flat tire on the way and had to take care of it. Buy a blank key, break off the end, and put it on your keychain. When you need an excuse, you'll be ready. Won't be cut though. I've got old keys all around the place that aren't anything now. I'd just use one of those. It doesn't need to be cut if you just show them the broken off key on your keychain. Yeah, true if it's broken down low. I've never broken a key, so in my mind it was halfway down, which would look odd. Thinking now it probably never breaks there. The battery died in my deadbolt. I've actually had this, but it uses a key as a backup. Same. Just my wife has the backup key though. Lol. Better yet, make a copy of the key of your door and break that one. A real door key is more convincing. This is hilarious except for one thing: the people who care are inversely proportional to the ones that will ever make an issue better, said by Dr. Seuss. Those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. This does not always work. Management will see you as incompetent because you always break your fucking keys. If you are late, it doesn't matter what the excuse is. Tell them whatever you feel like. Can confirm. Have done this. Perfect during wintertime when you really just don't feel like leaving your bed. I did this once many years ago. Oh, the folly of youth. Well, once. Except old people say, well, why the fuck couldn't you call and tell me that? Cause I was on hold with the locksmith. Close bracket. And decided to stay on hold while he was en route and working and leaving. At my last place, my parking area had an electrically operated gate, so anytime I was late I just said the gate jammed or wouldn't open. After the 10th or so time they started to catch on. Nice one. Here in the Netherlands a lot of people bike to work/school and there are bikes everywhere. Whenever I ran late, even if I used public transportation, I touched the chain of someone's bike to make it seem as if my chain ran off. Dirty hands. Worked every time. I ran late. He thought you took a bike. I used to bike to school and work. I always carried a punctured tube. If I woke up late or something, I'd just grab the chain a few times to grease up my hands and present the tire as evidence that I spent 20 minutes changing it on my way. Only used the trick twice, but it saved me on both occasions. Alpt, lie. Keep it in your breast pocket at all times. You not only have a guaranteed emergency alibi, you get a 0.0000225% chance of being saved from a bullet aimed at your heart by your estranged and long thought dead twin brother. Esteban, on the eve of your marriage to his widow. I asphalt used to do something similar. If I saw a train stopped on tracks blocking a road, if take a picture and use it to text my boss and say the train is stuck. I had a kid show up 5 hours late to his shift work the other day. I was 30 minutes from locking the doors at the end of my shift, and nobody's bothered to tell me if he was coming in or not, and his excuse that he got pulled over. That's it. No embellishments. No actual logic. When I asked him how he could end up 5 hours late for a 45-minute drive and what he'd been pulled over for taking so long. Maybe a ticket as proof. He just looked at the floor and hid in the back room doing busy work until I clocked out and ignoring customers by doing so when we had a line of upset customers still backed up and 2 registers. People who come up with excuses like this are stupid or on some kind of drug, I think. I knew a kid in college whose grandmother died 4 different times in 2 years as an excuse for him nicking out for a long weekend, etc. Funnily enough, come to think of it, both him and this new kid at the store were proudly admitted libertarians too. These are the kids in school who say they didn't do their homework because it was raining. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.